season. So all of you all are very, very happy Diwali. So we had completed till verse 15 of the Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. This is only the beginning. See, you will have to understand when we are talking about the Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna is explaining step by step the concepts. So today we are going to learn the concept about what we say as the soul. So what is a soul and who is the soul? How does it come into existence? What exactly is it? Our job is to find that out. So we will now start with verse 16 onwards. We are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 16. The unreal has no existence and the real never ceases to be. The reality of both has thus been perceived by the seers of truth. Now, when he says seers of truth, who are the seers of truth? These are called sages, saints and gurus and masters. Okay, they are called seers. S-E-E-R. Seer means one who sees the truth. So the seer of truth has knowledge. So this seer of truth has understood this. A common person who is like any other Tom, Dick, Harry, everybody, you know, they have not understood this truth. We live as human beings, but we have absolutely no clue about the truth at all because we are so narrow-minded. We just live in our own small world. And our world is so tiny and so small that we don't want to actually know much about the outside world at all. Now this is a season of Diwali, and you know in Diwali what happens? It's an exchange of gifts, exchange of sweets. We meet people. But in the entire year, if you look at it, how many times do you meet people? How many times do you exchange sweets? How many times you go and wish people? No, not at all. We don't even care. We have our very small, tiny family unit and we are so much engrossed in it. Like, okay, this is my husband, this is my wife, these are my children, this is my house, this is my kitchen, this is my car. See how we are so used to our own small, tiny world. We are like a frog in the well. You understand, there is a well and there is a frog living inside. This frog has no idea about what is happening outside. There are some things happening outside in the world. The frog says, no, I don't care. I am only going to live in this world, which is so tiny as a frog, you know, a frog in the well, and I don't care about the world at all. I am bothered about my own self. I am bothered about my eating, drinking, sleeping, those kind of things. Why do I need to know what is happening outside? Anyway, I get the newspaper, I get the news on TV, I get those things. Somebody is doing it for me and I don't care about it. Now, if you ask a person in India, there are elections going on USA, is he interested? He say, I don't care. Because the problem is nobody is bothered about what is happening elsewhere. Like if you ask somebody in the other part of the world, in India there is this happening, they will say, where is India by the way? They will ask this question. Because they don't understand and they don't know. Our idea about this body and who you are is so small, so tiny that we have no clue of what this is all about. So here Shri Krishna is explaining that you are not the body, you are the soul. Now we have to go backwards and forwards to understand this concept of so-called soul. Is there a soul? What does the soul do? Where does it stay? All those things. So first, let us look at it from this perspective. If you say you are the body dies. And the body was not there before the birth also. Before the birth, where were you? If I ask this question, you will have no clue. Correct? Do you have any idea where were you before birth? No. And after death, where will you be? The body will get entombed in one small tomb somewhere. Maybe it's a small place in the earth, or you may get burnt, because in India we do cremation. So cremation can happen. Either of these two things. So after cremation, what happened to you? Where are you, by the way? So the idea is, I don't know. So here Shri Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, saying that we are actually not the body, we are the soul. Now soul is subtle, we cannot understand it. Nobody can understand soul. It is not so easy to understand the soul. And how does this soul function? That also nobody has any clue. So here he is saying to us, the unreal has no existence and the real never ceases to be. What is unreal? This whole world is unreal. So let us say you are the body today, you are just a body, and you are looking at this world and you say that, oh my God, so many things are happening to me. I don't know, my whole life is in vain. I have studied but I don't have a job. I am having a job but I don't have the money. I am not getting married. How many things can you think of in terms of problems in life? Too many things. Somebody has diseases, somebody has some problems, some money problems, some this, and you are so much engrossed in it. Now I want you to think 10 years back. 10 years back. Were you having these problems then? No. Your set of problems 10 years ago was different. Right? Now, those problems are no longer existing. So today's problems 10 years hence will not be existing at all. Do you get the point? Everything comes, goes, comes, goes, comes, goes. It's like every day something new is happening to you. 10 days ago also, whatever happened to you is not happening to you just now. Okay? Think about it. 10 days ago, you were in need of some money, some finance somewhere, because you had to pay your EMIs or you had to pay somebody. And you were desperate at that time. Oh, where will I get the money from? What will I do? How do I get it? Blah, 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 blah. All those things. And then suddenly, 10 days hence, that is today, you are not thinking of 10 days ago you had a problem of money, because the money problem got sorted out there that day itself, or maybe the next day. And that problem is out of mind, isn't it? So is it real? It was real only on that particular point, that point in time it was real. Let us say you are going in for a breakup. Maybe you have a affair and you are going in for a breakup. You're going to feel so bad about life. Oh my God, everything is going for a toss. My life is in vain. How many things you will say to yourself? And then you break up, and 1 month later you find another boyfriend or a girlfriend or something like that. And what happened to the past then? It got erased. Got the point? So the unreal, it is called unreal because that doesn't stay permanent with you. Even your body is not permanent. You see, you will find that the hair grows long. You cut it, again it grows. Again you cut it, again it grows. Isn't that thing happening? Now, especially as a woman, in your entire month, how many times you are upset with things? Do you really know why it is happening to you? You will say, I don't know, 2 days ago I was going crazy, I felt like if somebody came in front of me, I would have slaughtered that person. But this is what you are thinking 2 days ago. And today you are not thinking like that. Today you are looking at life in a different perspective. You are saying, oh my God, I have to take care of my child. He has to go to school. I have to pack his dabba. Maybe then I will go to work and then this will happen and that will happen. How many things you are thinking today? But 2 days ago, you were literally on the verge of, you could have called yourself a terrorist. And now you are not. Men don't go through this so much. I think you should know this. And they don't know what you go through. Has anybody had any idea what you go through? Those people are living in their own world, They'll go to work, they'll come back, they'll go to work, they'll come back. This is like you understand? Their life is like a dog. Get up in the morning, eat, go for a poop and pee and all those things and come back and then again sit on the bed or wherever. That's it. Their life is only that much. They are supposed to take care. There is a duty for the dog, He is going to look after the house, correct? The dog. So here is a man who is going to go to work, is going to bring money, and he is going to be there just like that. Maybe he'll go on TV after he comes back home. Or maybe he is go to his room and start typing or something, or go on his computer. God knows what he will do. But your job is what? The moment you get up, you are so tired. You get up tired. And then on top of it, you think about the whole day. Oh my God, today I have to do this, today I have to do that. And then on top of it, somebody is going to come for dinner. Oh my God, why are they here? You'll wonder, suppose you may be going to your mother-in-law's place, or your mother-in-law is coming. It's like a doomsday for you. I'm sorry, it may not be same for everybody, but most people go through this. And for you, it's going to be, why? Why is this happening? And then a few days later, the person is gone, good riddance to bad rubbish, and you are happy. But it doesn't work like that. And then you go in your problem areas. These problem areas are every few days it happens. The idea is you are going through this, and does it stay with you the next day? No. It's a recurrent phenomena. It's like the tides, why we call a person a mad person? Because he is connected to the moon. He's called a lunatic, mad fellow. Why? Because the moon has phases. The moon has phases. You have phase. Okay? And in your phases, sometimes you are up, sometimes you are down. And it doesn't stay like that forever. It goes and it comes, it goes and it comes, it goes and it comes. Someday there is, Amvasha. Amvasha is no moon day. You feel, I would rather sleep the whole day, put my, chaddar on top of my head and go to sleep. I don't want to see this world. And then one day you are literally prancing all over the place. I want to do this, I want to do this, and you want to run to the market and you want to do this. And you want to win the world and you want to do the best in your life. And then 14 days later you are back to square one. It's up and down and up and down. It's a very, very difficult thing for women especially. So when we are learning about Arjuna, the first thing you have to understand, this guy never went through this. No. Krishna went through this. Do you know this? Krishna went through this. Because Krishna is not Krishna. When we look at Krishna, we know he is Radhe Krishna. He's not one Krishna, okay? So he's a two, combination of two. And imagine living in the person, same body. You understand? Half of your body is Radha and half of your body is Krishna, and both are fighting with each other. Nothing is, you may think the poor fellow, so nice guy. Oh, he's always smiling. You look at all these TV, Krishnas on TV, and you look at them, they're always smiling, they're smirking, they're giving some answers, and they're always having, intelligence. What intelligence? Half of his body talks, half of his body doesn't talk. Half of his body is thinking. What does he think of himself? Doesn't he do anything? Full time he's smiling. He doesn't even understand. You got the point. So Radharani is always like this. And Shri Krishna, they are both one. Okay? There is no separate there. So he knows this. But Arjuna, even after 6 marriages, he doesn't know. You see, you get married once, you know too many things. You are a miserable person. And to the power of 6, misery to the power of 6, he is not interested. That's why he must be going on all the wars. You can imagine, I'll go on this expedition now. So this is how Arjuna is. So the unreal has no existence. It's all changing, 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 changing. The real is permanent. It is always there. What is always there? Your body is not there when you die, no? So how can it be real? It is gone, dead, finished. After that, what is real in that? That which goes away from the body is real. Because it doesn't have death. So we are going to learn that. The real never ceases to be. The reality of both has been pursued by the seers of truth. You see, the seer of truth is the saint or the sage. He knows about it. And because he knows about it, he becomes silent. He is not interested in anything. He is not even going to complain. He is not even going to be happy. Because after happiness, misery will come, and after misery, again happiness will come. See, it's like a yo-yo. Coming, going, coming, going, coming, going, like this moon. So why is he supposed to be happy? He'll say, I don't care. I just want to be like this only. So know that alone to be imperishable, which pervades this universe, and no one has the power to destroy this indestructible substance. So here, Shri Krishna is giving us further knowledge. What he says is this, that this thing which was there in your body, so-called body of yours, it continues to go further and further and further and further. It is called the soul. The soul is always there, always there. So it was there before you were born, during your birth, after your birth till you were alive, then you died. After death also it is continuing. By the way, don't call it a ghost. Okay? Otherwise tomorrow you will mix up a ghost with a soul. No. Ghost is different, soul is different. You celebrated this Halloween or something like that in USA. It's all about the ghost and the dead people. Oh, like that they will be coming, Michael Jackson Thriller. But nothing to do with the soul. That is not the soul. And when people say All Souls Day, All Saints Day, all souls, there is nothing called the souls. There is no S in that. It is S-O-U-L only. So he says, it is imperishable. It doesn't perish. So then if something doesn't perish, where does it go? You do recycling of your plastic and other things at home, correct? So suppose you recycle something. Where does it go? It goes back to the same recycling place where it gets recycled again and again and again. When we are living in this world, we are saying to our children also, okay, recycle the water, recycle this, Are we saying this or no? So when I say recycle the water, what does it actually mean? There is water in the kitchen and other places where we are using. Can you collect that water and then purify it once again? So here there is a country called Singapore. 60% of the water is recycled water. They don't have fresh water. They don't have fresh water. They buy water from Malaysia. Malaysia is the place they buy water from. Even all these places in the Middle East, what do they do? Where do they get the water from? They are recycling the water, and they have this conversion of sea water into drinking water, potable water. But that is not correct. Simply because potable drinking water is different than, purified water, if we say. Potable drinking water has a lot of things in it which sea water, when purified, doesn't have. So you buy this bottle of Kinley and all these things. Do you buy that? When you go out, naturally you buy those bottles, Have you noticed on the bottle is written something? Added X, Y and Z. Right? It is written on that, isn't it? Something is added to it. Like adding something doesn't change the water at all, it doesn't. But it's a minor quantity which is required. So think about it. What happens to the water? The water goes back, it is recycled, and then it comes back again, then it is recycled, then it comes back again, it is recycled, it comes back again. Now think, when the water evaporates, what happens? The water evaporates, it goes up as water vapor, becomes a cloud, somewhere it rains down, that rainwater is caught in some embankment, somewhere, some lake, something like that. And then again it might be used for potable purposes, for your fields, for whatever purpose that is there. Is it the same water that is recycled again and again and again? But did it take a form? Yes, it took various forms. First form that it took was a physical form of water, liquid. Next it took the form of gas, water vapor. Then it became a cloud, then it rained down, and then it became a lake of water. See the thing, a lake of water. Then it got pumped to your house. From lake of water it became your tap water. The tap is connected to a purifier. So you say it's purified potable drinking water. Do you say that? And then you drink it. After drinking, what happens to it? It becomes urine, or whatever it is used for. It goes in the form of sweat also. So it got converted into body waste. It again goes into the drains. So you say gutter water. Then it goes for recycling purposes. There are those big places where the recycling happens. Then it is pumped back into the ocean. So it became sea water, ocean water. Isn't it? What happened? Did it change the water? That balance part is water. No, sea water, lake water, drinking water, tap water, anything. You are just putting one prefix to it. But everything is that water is water is water is water. Correct? Yes or no? Now think about yourself. You. Today you are having a name. Okay? Now your name is Mr. Lake. Okay? So tomorrow you will become Tap. So Mr. Lake to Tap. And from Tap maybe you will become Kinley. Who knows? They may put it into Kinley bottle. So you take up a bottle means a body. You take some body. Got the point? So this soul, S-O-U-L, so-called soul. See, I'm saying so-called because we have to still explore it further. Don't jump to conclusions just now. So this so-called soul takes up a body. One, another, and we are recycled from bodies after bodies after bodies after bodies. But does the waters remain the same? Yes, no? Like that, the soul remains the same. The soul doesn't change. So H2O remains H2O only. It doesn't change. Got the point? Like that, your soul remains the soul. It doesn't change. It is imperishable. It is imperishable means what? I can convert it into something, but I cannot destroy it. And nobody can destroy it. Nobody on this planet Earth or anywhere in this world, including God himself, can't destroy the soul. Did you get the point? God cannot destroy the soul because he is the soul himself. You got the point? He is the soul himself. He is called the super soul. Let it be. All these bodies pertaining to the imperishable, indefinable and eternal soul are spoken as perishable. Therefore, Arjuna fights. So now you understand, no? All these bodies keep on coming and going and coming and going and coming and going. So today is a lake, tomorrow it's a river, third time it's a tap water, fourth time it's a cloud, then it is water vapor, then it is snow, then it is ice. Then how many changes are there of the same water? So like that, the soul keeps on taking bodies after bodies after bodies after bodies after bodies after bodies. So now, there was a very funny question which somebody asked me. And that question was this. He said then, see, during the ancient times, I mean, this is called something which you should understand. Material worldly people love to ask these kind of questions. The question was, In olden times, it is written in the Bible somewhere that, the first man and first woman were there. So there was one Adam and one Eve. So like that we know that there is Manu. Manu was the first person. And he got a wife also, whatever her name is. Now, these man and wife were there in the beginning. From them came their children, and from their children came more children, and from their more children came more children. Now, today you are there in this world. You alone are there. I will ask you this question. If from one came everything, and if I go backwards like this, I draw a graph like this, are you not the same Adam and Eve? Because their soul and your soul must be the same, no? So when they do, there is something which they call as a past life regression. Okay? Have you heard of this? Past life regression is some great way of making money for people. So if you go for this therapy and they will put you in hypnotic this thing and all that, and they will say, oh, once upon a time you were Napoleon, and before that you were Julius Caesar, and before that you were you were a soldier in the army and you got killed. Really? How many people are Marie Antoinette? Lots of people. Okay? Tomorrow somebody will say you are George Washington. Okay, I was George Washington also. So, somewhere down the line I was even Manu, sir. I was even Adam. Okay? And I had a family. Adam's family. Okay? That's a joke, stupid one. Don't get it. So, I became that as well, and I became this also. So, I can be anything, no? Who says I can't be? So, if you look at myself, I can be even that person way back in time, and I can be any person I want to be. Am I that person? So if I was there that time, and maybe I was a soldier, okay, maybe I was a soldier in the army, and I got killed. Then what happened to me? I was reborn as something else, no? So somewhere I was a Roman soldier, then I became an Egyptian soldier for all I care. Do I care? No. Maybe I became Cleopatra. I was using donkey's milk for having bath. You got what I'm saying? So it does not matter. So today I have a different body. You are the same. The soul is the same. It is the bodies are different. One day I got filled in one bottle, next time I got filled in another bottle, next time I was a lake, third time I was a sea, fourth time I was a river. God knows who I was. Does it really matter? So he says, if this is continuously happening, people are born and they die, they are born and they die. Is it keep on happening like this, isn't it? You are born and then you are dead. Do you care so much for this Cleopatra? I don't care. No, I can only think, oh, she was the queen of Egypt. Very good. That is all. It's a history. It's written somewhere in history. And then I tell you, you were Cleopatra. Me? I was Cleopatra. It's so nice. But doesn't make any sense to me because today my name is XYZ, something else, some new name I got. And that time I was Cleopatra. Then I'll tell you, this time you have a husband, he's a different guy. But as Cleopatra, you married your brother. Is it okay? What nonsense. But that is what she did, didn't she? Cleopatra married her brother. And in Egypt, there is a rule, you don't allow the blood to go out, outside your family. So even in India, don't we have villages where one person is married to the other, and if you go to the village, this is my grandmother, this is my grandfather, this is my great-grandmother. I think you have to ask the question, how many grandmothers do you have? Every time one grandmother dies, you will say, my grandmother is dead. How many grandmothers do you have? Oh, I have too many, Really? This is how it works. I hope you get this point. Every village in India, they will have Oh, I am so many people in the village. Everybody is my relative. Good. Very good for you. So it's like a common thing. Why do we have to care so much about it? So what is Krishna telling Arjuna? See, Arjuna, like this keeps on, all this nonsense keeps on happening. You're born, you're dead, you're born, you're dead, you're born, you're dead. Every time this happens. What are you doing? Just now you have some work to do, no? And what is that work to do? Just get up and fight, boss. Why are you bothered so much about other things? Why is this like that? Why is that like that? Why is that like that? Don't bother so much. Okay? If we go to a theater, if the theater is empty. Now suppose there is a nice movie going on and we go to a theater and the theater is empty. And you sit in your seat and you find that your seat is slightly bent somewhere. You would like to change your seat, isn't it? Why? Because there is nobody around. So you will go and sit on one seat. This is not comfortable. Go and sit on another seat. That is not comfortable. From here I can see properly. I can hear the dialogues well. So are you trying to get comfortable there? Yeah. So idea is when you are seated in their seat and you are watching the movie, for the next 2 hours you won't even know what happened, by the way. The same seat which you are having is not affecting you at all. And suppose you are in a full theater. The moment you get in, you are worried because the seat is not correct. And then later on, you are only bothered about the journey, just looking at that movie. Same thing when you go in a plane or a train. How many times in a plane have you met a nasty child? Or the neighboring fellow just keeps on putting his hand like this, or he's leaning on you and he's sleeping. How many times this has happened? Many times. Sometimes you are in a queue and somebody comes inside the queue. Hey, my number. And then you tell them, sir, all of us are flying in the same flight, okay? You are not going to reach earlier than me. We are all going to reach in time. But only during that flight time. After that, your destination arrives, do you even bother about it? No, never. You see, every year as a child, I would go on a journey. My father had free pass, railway pass. He was working in the railways. And the dread of the season was this. Every time my father will say, usko theek se baithne ko nahi aata hai. That fellow can't sit properly. This is my seat. And he will always argue, this. The chart says that this is our bogie or this is our seat. And some idiot would have come and sat over there. And naturally his job is to always fight. So me and my mother used to always say, okay, now we are ready for it. It was so patent. And after we reach the destination, it's over. It never... See, our life is like this. We have something to do just now. What did I tell you? You are like the phases of the moon, no? Just now you have a problem. Tomorrow the problem won't be there. And day after tomorrow it won't be there. But 1 week later, 10 days later, 20 days later, you are back to square one. New problem. Okay? And that is going to keep on happening. Life is always like this. So here, what is Krishna telling Arjuna? Arjuna, can you forget about all this nonsense? Just fight, man. Just now you have to fight. Watch the movie. Come on. I mean, imagine we are doing a serial and Ravana says, no, I don't want to fight just now. Sir, Ramayana is going on. You have to fight just now because that thing is supposed to be short. No, I don't feel like it. Today I feel that I want to become friend with Rama in the movie. Sir, you can't do that. You can't change the movie. The movie is fixed. Okay? Ram and Ravana are going to be enemies forever. Okay? In this movie. Later on in some other movie you can be, ye dosti fir nahi milenge. You can go and sing a song over there. Doesn't matter. But in this movie you are an enemy. So we do the roles like this only. So Arjuna, you are doing a role. Now ask yourself this question. Were you also Arjuna or no? See, if I extrapolate backwards, You are Arjuna. You are standing near Krishna and you are saying, I don't give a damn to this. All these, Dushyasana and Duryodhana and all that. I wish I had my, game over here. I mean, just imagine. You understand what I'm saying? I wish I had my iPad. I could have played a game. Krishna, you go and fight for me. Come on. I mean, you are thinking like this. You don't want to fight. Because why? So irritating it is, I mean, just keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. See, this Bhagavad Gita keeps on happening constantly. Just like your own life. Every time. Every week, every 15 days, every 1 month, 2 months, same thing, same thing, same thing. And we are continuing to do that. So what he says is, sir, today your job is to fight. Can you get up and fight and not keep on arguing with me? Doesn't that remind you of somebody? You tell your child, pick that up, pick that up, pick that up. That fellow is least interested. Mom, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you have a son who is, into all this gaming and stuff like that, you go to his room, you open his door and see, the whole place is a mess. Okay? He has not even touched the food that is lying on the table. And now it is time for breakfast or some other thing. He says, you have not eaten that. Why are you not eating it? Mom, later on. I'm very busy just now. What are you busy in? Oh, I have to defeat this fellow. He is busy in his game. Okay? And it is always going to be like that. How does that work? This life is always changing, but what you have to do right, then do it, no. A very simple story I will tell you. Your regrets always tell you this story. Now let us say you are gone out to buy something, okay? Now you are doing your shopping and stuff like that, and suddenly you come across, maybe a Fab India or some other store on the way. And you see a nice dress or something hanging outside. Say, very nice, no? And you feel like, it's so nice, okay, I don't think I have this color. And reluctantly, you will enter that place. 1 hour of trying. Okay, I'm saying 1 hour of trying because normally it takes more than 1 hour. Remember, my past is I was running a woman's store. Okay, a woman will enter at say 9 o'clock in the morning also. By the way, that's a free time for them to enter. Or in the afternoon. 2 o'clock they will come, they will be there till 4:30. And at least 10 garments they would have tried. And I am not expecting them to buy 10. They will buy 1 and go. And I was very smarter than them. So what I will do is I'll sell them a kameez. Okay, I was having a mix and match shop. So I'll sell them a kameez. They will have to come for salwar, no? So when they come for salwar, they remember another, see, when they go home, they wear a kameez. Okay, that kameez, when they were buying it, I told them, if you have a maroon color bottom, it will go with this. Okay, I will say these words. And when they go home, it is not maroon color, it is red color. According to them, that was maroon color, but it didn't match. So 10 days later or 1 week later, they will come back again. Do you have maroon salwars? I say, yeah, I have. I got this red color salwar from you 1 year ago. I don't have any kurta for that. Can you give me a kurta for that? So I have sold one more kurta and I have sold her one more salwar. And then I will tell her, why you want salwar? This time try this, patialas. Patiala I have never worn so much. When I was in college, I used to wear. Patialas I have not worn for many years. Okay, wear patiala. So one patiala is also so. So you see, it's an ongoing cycle. If you sell salwar, then you have to buy kurta. Kurta you have to buy a salwar. Salwar means you have to buy patiala. Patiala means next time you come, you have to buy. My dupattas are not matching. Good. Then you buy dupatta. And it goes on and on and on. It was a very beautiful scenery for me. And even if they spent 2 hours, I was happy because sale ho raha hai. You got the point. So like Krishna, you have to be always happy. And market everything. So here he's marketing him. Come on man, just do this. So now you have entered the shop. Okay. And after entering the shop, you have tried for 1 hour. After that, what you do is, no, I don't have the budget this time, And you leave that over there and you go away. When you go home also, you are still thinking, I wish I would have bought it. I wish I would have bought it. I'll go to him next week, And when you go next week, by chance, you make efforts and go over there. That got sold that day only. See, my luck. My luck is it got sold last week only. So, take the decision just now. You want to buy, no? Buy it right then. Because it won't be available. Common sense will tell you, don't wait. Buy it. It won't be available. And here this poor fellow Arjuna is being told, can you lift your bow and arrow and shoot? Can you do it just now, boss? Why are you waiting? I will try. Later on I will see. I will think about it. No thinking. Just do it. So both of them are ignorant. He who considers the soul to be capable of killing and he who takes it as killed for reliving the soul, neither kills for, there's some error in this, neither kills nor killed. So you have to understand that the soul doesn't die. It is always going to keep on changing the body. Okay? And understand this as the essence. There is nothing in this world which is going to be permanent except for your soul. The body will come and the body will go. Whoever is your relative, okay, just now you are married to someone, you have children, I will tell you, no, your husband was Mr. Adam and your children will call, by some other name. And your grandson was Noah. How can that be? See, you are not willing to accept it also. Why? Who ate the apple? Now also you are trying to eat the apple, isn't it? With your phone. 16. So it is like that. So that time also you ate the apple, today also you want to eat the apple. So what makes you think that that husband of yours or this husband of yours or that wife of yours or this wife of yours is not the same? Everything is the same, which means the only thing which is permanent from that body to another body to another body to another body is only the soul. So any body which is there has to die. All bodies have to die. Adam died. Noah also died. Abraham Lincoln died. Everybody died. Cleopatra also died. Okay? Doesn't make any sense. This body of yours is also going to die. So he says, only a stupid person will keep on thinking, no, I will be alive. I have a lot of things to do. I have my husband, my wife, my children, my house, my this. Only for this life of yours. Next life, nothing is going to be there. It might be different. Okay? So, Shri Krishna is telling him, so don't think like this. Nobody can kill you and nobody can say that I will save you because you are the soul. You are always there, constantly there. So, nobody can kill the soul and nor can you get killed. Because this body will perish, you will not. So, we have come to the end of verse 19. We will stop over here.
Recording stopped.